This is part of a step-by-step fretboard navigation training course. Today we will meet and download the glossary of diatonic music structures, a profound resource to use in future.
If you know the numbers, you can recreate literally any musical structure on the single guitar string just counting the semitones or frets. After mastering the materials of this course, you will become fluent on the whole neck. It's time for you to download the glossary of musical structures you could use as a reference. The download link depends on the platform where you are watching this clip. I'll place it near the surface, just look around and you will find it. The glossary is designed as a compact reference guide. We will be using it in this course constantly. 4 big scale sections take most of the table space. They are major minor, melodic, jazz or ascending minor, harmonic minor, and harmonic major. Each scale is represented in the first row of each big block as a first mode of the scale built from the first degree. The rows in each block are derived from one of several essential scale types. The Roman numeral indicates not only the scale step or order number, but also the actual degree or distance from the root of the parent scale. I will expand this idea in a minute. As you can see, the natural minor scale is represented as a sixth mode of the major. The natural minor is also known as Aeolian mode. I see no reason to repeat the same redundant information from the standpoint of the natural minor, which will make the natural major the third mode of the minor scale, beginning from the flat third degree. This could be useful when studying functional harmony, but it's a topic of a different course. As I just mentioned, the Roman numeral indicates not only the scale step or order number you can see at the left column in the diagram, but also the actual degree or distance from the root of the parent scale you can see at the top row in the diagram. All the structures inside each big block are derived from the same parent scale, one parent scale type for each block. Shortly speaking, they share the same notes with the parent scale, such as E minor triad built of E, G, B notes that can be also found in C major scale. Such structures of the same origin, consisting of the shared notes only, are called diatonic. Of course, the Roman numerals can have accidentals, as you can see in the glossary you just downloaded. This indicates the same thing I mentioned above, the step number of the parent scale, where the structure begins, and the distance from the root of the parent scale at the same time. Let's compare two parent scales as an example. C major scale has a natural third degree without accidentals, which is 4 semitones above its root. The E Phrygian mode begins from the third step and natural third degree of the C major scale, or 4 semitones above C. C melodic minor scale has a flat third degree, a semitone lower than natural third, which is only 3 semitones above its root. The E flat Lydian augmented mode also begins from the third step, but the flat third degree is found not 4 but 3 semitones above C. The structures in the table of our glossary have the Roman numerals next to their names in order to indicate their relation to the parent scale. But every structure is expressed in usual numbers and begins from 1. This helps to compare the structures with each other side by side. I mean, it's easier to see the similarity between independent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flat 7 structures than compare 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the same parent scale. And what's most important, knowing the degree numbers of the musical structures independently, you are able to play them from any root building and updating them on the fly. Of course, the independently measured structures, each from its own root leaving the parent scale alone, differ because of the inherited asymmetry or inequality of their building blocks. You already know how to play 5-1 combination on the fretboard. You can also adjust it to become flat 5-1 and sharp 5-1 instantly. This means that you already have mastered a tiny part of every structure in the table that has such numbers. Just think for a moment how reusable this tiny bit of information is. All you need is to look at the table and find all 5-1 combinations where your knowledge applies. You don't need to memorize anything from the glossary while you don't feel particular interest in any part of it. I, for example, am constantly exploiting the fact that all modes of the major scale, except for Locrian, have 5-1 in their structure. Now you see them in the first 6 rows of the downsized list: Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian. You can ignore it for a while, but in time you will find this kind of information extremely useful. The countless combinations are hidden in the glossary. Just think, any musical structure can be played in 12 keys. The basic chords can have the upper structures and many different voicings. The same structure can have many fingering permutations. This scope shouldn't intimidate you, because here we are learning not to memorize but to navigate the fretboard and see all 7 notes to 6 strings conversion options clearly. It can happen much faster than you imagine.
If you would like to see the curriculum of the complete course, please drop me an email at fretboardfluency@gmail.com and I will send you a link. Thanks.